for all my young boys out there, 15 to 29, okay? Or 15 to 20, you know, to 25, 23? 26, 27, 28. Like, what you guys want to do is just focus on becoming better, getting in the gym, exercising. It's better to do it when you're young, eating healthy, okay? Having productive habits, okay? I'm gonna give y'all a cheat code right now. You guys want to know why I'm successful? Why I'm doing real well in life right now? This is gonna suck to hear, but I went through long periods where I didn't necessarily deal with women. When I was in Texas, guys, as an agent, I went like 4 years where I rarely went out, where I rarely went out, and on top of that, I rarely dealt with girls. I was focused on doing big cases and just rising up the ranks of the office. When I was in college, I was a Division I athlete, so I couldn't go out and party and drink like that. You know what I'm saying? And I never did drugs, right? Because of you know, because I was an intern with the government at the time, and on top of that, I was an athlete, so I had no time for drugs, and I rarely drank when I was in college. I drink more now as an adult than I did back in college, and even now as an adult, I rarely drink. So, the biggest thing is that during those years, yeah, you're gonna have to give up some fun, and you're gonna have to deal with some pain as a young guy. But I'm telling you guys, that hard work is gonna pay huge dividends to when you get older.
Moving in with females is dangerous. Here's why I say this. So those guys that never get on their feet and are always looking for a female to look after him, it normally ends bad. A man is supposed to have the ability to stand on his two own feet. He should eventually be able to support himself and the woman that he's with. Giving a woman that type of leverage over you never plays out well. Women are generally more attracted to men who have their shit together. It displays high value. And as I always say, high value always creates attraction. If you're a guy looking to step up your game, comment and follow for more.
Significantly younger than them is severely lacking in their life.
No, absolutely fucking not. I absolutely 100% refuse to believe this. I refuse to believe that we have devolved so much as a fucking society that we are taking morality advice from Mia Khalifa. Are you fucking serious right now? We all know what she's famous for. And if you're gonna try to claim she's famous for something else, you are a fucking liar. We all know exactly what it is. I absolutely refuse to believe that our society is so unbelievably fucked and irredeemable that the person who feels they have the right to give advice on what is moral is Mia Khalifa.
And when you guys see a man who doesn't have a whole bunch of women around him, you think something's wrong with him.
I'm not the one that said it, but she ain't telling no fucking lies, bruh. If women only want men that other women want, I ain't gonna tell you no fucking lies, bruh. Ask a man, bruh. When he's single, yeah, he might still get some play, he might still get women, but as soon as he posts that he in a relationship or he got a baby on the way, his inbox be doing fucking numbers, bruh. And that shit don't make no fucking sense, bruh. They only want you if other women want you, bruh.
Women do not care about the struggle. They wait at the finish line and fuck the winners.
I'm not waiting for anyone.
Okay.
Fuck your struggles.
Oh.
Why would I waste my SMV years on a guy that's just potential? Mm-hmm. Most guys suck nowadays.
But the other part is you're dating the finished product. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything about this? One more time,
I don't date on potential, so if you're not winning, then you're not worth my time because I'm winning, so we're going to be winning together.
Ladies, this is how you calculate your body count to see if it is too high and unacceptable to the high value, high quality man that an overwhelming majority of women prefer. The ultimate guy, which is the guy who's 6 feet tall, with a 6-figure salary, 6-pack abs, and at least 6 inches of pipe, or any man that isn't a simp or a beta male. So let's get into it. Any child born before 17 or after 35 is a high-risk pregnancy. I know some of you ladies were fast before 17, just nasty. So if you racked up bodies before 17, go ahead and start your body count at that number moving forward. And given that, ladies, ask yourself how many children can you have between the ages of 18 and 35? And let's say you're considering the minimum healing duration in between each pregnancy, which is 18 months. So how many can you have? Let me help you out. Let's say you conceive at 18 years old, which means by the time you give birth, you'll be around 18 years old in 9 months. That takes one male body. By the time you're 35 years old in 3 months, you'll have given birth to 8 children. Remember, we're considering the 18-month healing minimum. So your oldest will be 18 years old, 8th will be a newborn, and you will be 35 years old 3 months. That's 8 bodies, 8 birth certificates, 8 social security numbers, and most of the time, 8 family court subpoenas. So 8 bodies is considered a high body count, which typically makes most of y'all for the streets. Have a good night.
And then as soon as they get that 1.1 carat from Kay's Jewelers
or Costco,
whatever, wherever you're getting them these days, or in the black market, you know, then it's like, oh, yes. Cha-ching, in the bank. Let me make sure I get pregnant so
Here
I can
comes
put
the fupa.
Exactly. Fupa. Let me make sure I get pregnant stat.
Yeah.
So that I can
lock it in.
gain another 100 pounds and just make sure that I really don't have to do shit, and I'll blame everything on being pregnant, eating for 2, and then I am sealed. His fate is sealed because now I have the wedding.
That's what she thinks.
Yeah. Well, I have the ring, then I also have the kid, and then I can be lazy and fat and just sit around, and I don't have to serve my husband's needs. And then if I want to leave, I can. He's going to pay me half, and I'm going to keep the kid, and I'm going to tell him when he can see his.
The culture has brainwashed me to think I have to sacrifice my life for my wife and my child. Those words are praised. How about I'm not going to sacrifice my life for anybody, actually? And if I choose to do it, it's not a sacrifice. It's a willing thing that I do.
This is why you should not tolerate disrespect in a relationship. When you're in a relationship and your partner is disrespecting you, a lot of times you're not going to notice they're disrespecting you. You think they're just going through a mood change. No, it's not that. They're disrespecting a relationship in little ways. It could be emotionally, mentally, or verbally, right? The verbal way of disrespecting someone is noticeable because they're disrespecting flat out in your face. They're telling you passive-aggressive remarks. They may be insulting your intelligence. They might lower down your self-esteem and your confidence. But once you realize that you're giving more in a relationship and they're giving less, right? They're giving their attention to other people. They're talking to other people. They're more on the phone, right? They're coming home late. These are all signs of disrespect in a relationship. Do not tolerate that. Because if they gave you so much more in the beginning and they're giving you less, you should walk away.
Too many guys are running around being super thirsty. A healthy relationship dynamic is one in which the woman wants sex more than the guy does. When the woman is begging you for sex, that's a sign that you're doing things right. That's a sign that you're laying pipe properly. That's the correct dynamic.
No one will prey on your downfall more than a woman you used to have sexual relations with. That's it.
Hitting the wall versus danger zone. So let's look at danger zone first. Ladies, if you're turning 27 and you're unmarried, you're crossing into the danger zone. The danger zone is a population of leftover women, typically ages 27 to 35-year-old women who couldn't make the cut. No ring, no husband, and no family household. Women who entered the dating market at 18. And from 18 to 27, you spent 9 years auditioning to be a wife. And you failed. A few things took place. During this time frame, you racked up a body count, no ring. You racked up babies, no ring. You racked up pounds. And your sexual marketplace value started to decrease during your prime years. You racked up pounds before 18 because your parents overfed you and never put you in team sports. Or you were just ugly and didn't improve in other areas of your appearance to compensate for your mug. You spent your entire SMV window pursuing independence. Congratulations, you just forfeited your power to swipe left and right. You invested all of your SMV into the Pookie and Ray Rays. So now you're crossing into the danger zone with bastards, looking for a man to play stepdaddy. So now you gotta be punctual and on a swivel for any man that shows interest. But your choosy days are gone. Okay, now hitting the wall. Typically, time has completely exhausted all of your value. You're barely an option. You're a stepmother at best. Your natural attraction has completely depleted, and artificial beauty enhancement is the only way you can be noticed. You're beginning to sag. You don't have any energy. or motivation to keep yourself up so you can be noticed. You can only target gullible young men. Your personality and character can no longer continue to compensate for your faded beauty. You begin to use words like men are all dogs. You lie about getting attention from men to mask your own insecurity. You're forced to become a cougar. You're in denial, and the Bible has become your husband.
You'll understand soon enough. Soon enough.
Divorce, that was rough because I was a daddy's girl. My mum said you can't see your dad. I'd say my mum, in a way, weaponized the whole child situation. And I can say this now because we've gone through it, we've spoken about it. And she's put up her hands to actually say, I'm so glad your dad fought for you. Because in many situations, like, men can get tired, or they don't know what to do, or they don't understand the legal system. Yes. And that's why there's many women I know that don't have a dad. And it's not always the man just ran off. Do you understand? Yes. It's oftentimes the men just don't know what to do and don't have the finances.
His father. To death do us pop.
I'ma
so
be a
it
man.
Is what it is.
I'ma be a
don't
man.
call my phone. Don't
I'ma
have
be a man.
You would have went your
I'ma
name
be a
on my
man.
phone
I'ma
or
be
text
a
my
man.
phone. You would never see him.
I'ma
Never.
be a man.
I don't know why. I don't know who hurt you in your past. I don't know what bad relationships you've been in or where you were in your life to where you fell for that okie doke. But you did. And now you have a child because of it. You don't get along? Fine. But you don't keep that child away from his father. Ricardo Jr., right? So I'm gonna name you after a man I'm not gonna even let you see. Stop the nonsense.
So I always find this interesting when a man goes online and talks about what types of women he wants and preferences that he has, he always gets shitted on by every single woman online. So I'm gonna do the same exact thing because it's funny. Starting with number 1, do not date a woman who's a single mother. This is a woman that already makes poor decisions in life, so why would you take her seriously? I already have to share that box with the 20 other men that smashed you. Now I gotta share your whole ass DNA with another man that already gave you a kid? Which leads me into number 2. If she's at the club every single weekend with her friends shaking ass, don't take her seriously. Let's be honest, your friends are sluts, so with me, you want to act like a wife, but when I'm not around, I wonder how you act like when you're with them. Which leads me into number 3. When are y'all gonna admit that you guys are just alcoholics? Like, you have to drink every single time you go out with your friends? I'm a Puerto Rican man. If you're a woman and you drink more than me, you have a problem. Honorable mention, if she believes in astrology, do not take her seriously. You're a terrible person because you're a terrible person. It has nothing to do with your sign.
Fellas, I want to be honest with you. If you're giving a woman attention and she's pulling back because you're giving her attention, she really just doesn't want you that much. Ultimately, you can't monitor your actions and try to do all this crap and not act like yourself because you're so worried about getting a girl. The bottom line is when you get your options up, you treat a woman the way that you want to treat her, with respect. And if she doesn't like that, then who cares? You have other options. Move on.
When you were in your prime, you were targeting toxicity. And we're not talking about you. We're talking about the average woman. So most women, when they get older, they'll start realizing, okay, this toxic dude that I've been chasing forever is not good for me. Like, I done experienced it. He's cheating all around, you know what I'm saying? He's making me feel like nothing and all this. You know what? I'm gonna go try to pursue the man that's actually good for me. But by that time, you done had a kid with this toxic man. Or you done, been stressed out to where you done gained weight, so you're not in your prime no more. And that's typically how it goes. So now you are doing the good man a disservice because they're not getting you at your prime. They're getting you on the clearance rack.
And when I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm coming at him. I'm about to tell him, like, look, I messed up. Can we start over? It was too late. He was like, look, I care about you. I love you. But I have a girlfriend now. And I'm not leaving her for you. And when I tell you, tears start coming, I was like, no. No.
I can see Lil Duval like, City Boys up 500.
Unassailably men that are getting destroyed because of social media. There used to be a Wichita dating scene, a Des Moines dating scene, a Waco dating scene. There is one fucking dating scene, and Drake and Justin Timberlake and Dan Bilzerian, they're all at the top of it. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Remember, the average North American male is 5'9", has 7 sexual partners, and 1/3 of them have no sexual partners at all. Those guys are getting eviscerated. destroyed by social media. Social media did not make it easier for men to meet women. It made it easier for 20% of men to meet 100% of the women. You guys understand?
Men will take back cheating women if they love them.
That's because most of y'all were raised by women or men that didn't teach you about manhood, because no man worth anything is going to even dream of furthering a relationship with a woman that has spread her legs for another man. I don't even know how you could look at her the same, but I've had a woman for 6 years, bro. If I ever found out anything like that, she's dead to me, effective immediately. Talking about you love her. You don't love yourself to tolerate some shit like that. You don't love her, you're putting her on a pedestal above your own principles. Y'all already know by now that it's not the same thing for men. If she stepped out on you and you took her back, I hope she does it again. Your dumbass might end up taking care of somebody else's kids. She deadass made you a bitch and you took her back. And she will never respect you again. Even if she don't say it, she will never respect you again. Girl, he took me back after I fucked another dude. Like, that sounds fucking crazy.
Let's say you had a man and he said, hey, when you go to escape, I would like you to dress modestly. What would you say to that?
Sorry, honey, we're breaking up.
Same. No man is ever gonna tell me what to do, how to dress, how to talk, nothing, no.
What if you're dating for like a year and he's the one?
Well, he's not the one if he's telling me what to do. Exactly, 100%.
So you break up after a year?
Yeah. If he can get it together, then maybe we'll stay, but like, I'm dressing the way I want to dress. He's showing his true colors by telling us what to wear.
But isn't he worth it though, to like listen to him a little bit?
No man is ever gonna tell me what to do. No, bye.
What do women want in a long-term partner? Almost 65,000 women were surveyed. That's 180 countries. One in a man a long-term partner is pretty consistent from country to country. When it comes to physical features, attractive smile and attractive eyes were the top two. They prefer you to be not well endowed. And they like large hands. Who knew? And when it comes to muscle groups, guys, focus on your back and arms. Let's hear about confidence. Kindness and supportiveness far outweigh confidence in long-term relationships. Intelligence and education also beat out confidence. But confidence is still up there, obviously in the top 5. Women find height more important than your body type, with 90% of women wanting the man to be taller than them. In short-term partners, personality traits were a lot less important and physical traits became more important. So while kindness and supportiveness is still up there, face and body are a lot more important in short-term partners. In part 2, I'll show the same survey results except for what men want.
Another thing, this is really important. It is not other men's responsibility to not hit on you. You guys are attractive.
That's right.
Other men are going to hit on you. It is your responsibility to keep a boundary around specifically your boobs, your butt, and your nipples.
That's right.
For other men to not touch them. And if that doesn't happen, if that becomes an issue, and for a lot of women that is a big issue, then you know, for me it's just a boundary where I say, hey, listen. And by the way, there's never any emotion in it. As soon as you do something outside the bounds of our relationship, the relationship's over. I'm not breaking up with you. It's an if-then statement, like in programming. As soon as you step across that line, the relationship is immediately over. Does that make sense? There's no transition to where I break up with you. We're just done then.
Because
Does that make
you
sense?
violated like a bylaw
That's
in
exactly
the
right.
beginning.
The boundaries are the key for everything for both men and women. It is the absolute unassailable boundaries that you will not tolerate, you will not negotiate.
That's why.
I mean, you're only
it's complicated, my relationship status.
He's committed. She's married.
Oh, wow. You're just gonna put it out there like that?
You are married.
Damn. But it's complicated.
What the fuck? Hold on. Jerry.
I got the ring on.
She got the ring on, yeah.
So that's off. Why would you say?
Because it's complicated. It's like we're married, but then we're like separated, and now
You was making that seem like you said he didn't cuff you. That he got a ring on your finger.
He did, but then now he doesn't again.
Who initiated this breakup?
He did.
She definitely fucked up then.
You're still a snitch.
She's hesitant of saying it, but she's married. She should be proud of it.
There ever been a guy you wanted that you weren't able to get?
Nope.
So why do women complain about men when women are the ones choosing to be men?
That's a good point. That is a good point. I've dated a lot of shitty men. I've talked to shitty men. I haven't dated them. I have.
She didn't change.
She just stopped acting. This is for those who wonder, what happened? What happened to our relationship? How could you suddenly change overnight? She didn't change. She was always the same. The thing is, when women come across a man that they think is gonna fulfill them or give them what they need, they turn on the acting. Women are world's best natural marketers and also the world's best natural bait and switch people. It's in their blood. Have you ever seen how women can make themselves look so attractive, and then that same woman, when she doesn't want attention, she could wear baggy clothes, hoodies, whatever, and make herself look like some homeless bum? They're very good at marketing. It's innate. Now, some are better than others. You know, if you go to France, you're gonna see a lot of them that are, you know, much better at, you know, they take it to the extreme. And some, you know, some other women that are just, you know, as a product of their environment, they're just not as good. But getting back to the point, women, don't be shocked if someone just turns on you overnight. It's because suddenly they make a decision that you're no longer going to be able to carry them to where they want to go. So they stop acting, and to you, it seems like they have completely changed, that they were head over heels in love with you, and you were their soulmate, and you were everything to them, and no other man could ever come between you. And then suddenly she changed. No, she didn't change at all. She was always the same. She just stopped acting because you're no longer, in her eyes, you're no longer worth acting for. So don't be hurt. Don't be hurt. Understand it. Understanding is like a light that goes on and you go, ah, I get it now. I shouldn't be hurt. And you shouldn't be hurt. It's all about the offer on the table. It's all about what you can do for her. And the moment you're not able to do for her, like a car that dies, you park it on the side of the road or you just abandon it and you go to something else. Short and sweet. Just remember, whenever someone just turns on you on a dime, it could be a man, you could be a woman, and a man could do that to you. It's just that they stopped acting. But you know, in all fairness, women are better at acting, and women can do it longer. You know, men can act maybe for one night or two, and then quickly as you go to their house, you know, they revert back to what they are. But women can put on a show longer. But the good news is, no one can act forever. No one. It's always temporary. That's why it's extremely ill-advised to jump into any kind of a commitment early on. Take your sweet time. You'll never regret waiting, but you certainly will regret jumping into a relationship. Haste makes waste. All the best. Free lesson for you. Nothing in return for me. Just know that knowing that you are armed with this knowledge is enough reward for me.
Hypergamy is a woman's natural biological drive to seek out the best man possible. So men, keeping in mind it is a natural drive. If you have a girlfriend that is prone to flirting, overt flirtation, subconsciously or otherwise, she's sending you a signal that she does not see you as her hypergamous best. Now that doesn't mean a woman in a relationship will never notice an attractive man, but taking that extra step to give and receive attention from other men, she is basically telling you by her actions that she does not see you as the best that she can do. And being a natural biological drive, and that she's willing to give her attention to other men while in a committed relationship, it's most likely the only thing stopping her from actually cheating is just the right opportunity.